Hello folks, Tiso here. Today I will be comparing artifact sets on my physical DPS Razor. I will be looking at the 3 most common sets for a physical DPS. It will be the new 4-piece Pale Flame, 4-piece Gladiator, and a mix of 2-piece Gladiator with 2-piece Bloodstained. Before I go into comparison, let's take a closer look at how the Pale Flame works. The 4-piece gives you an attack buff after hitting an enemy with the elemental skill. This lasts for 7 seconds, and once you get 2 stacks, you gain an extra 25% physical damage bonus. The attack buff ends up being 18%, so essentially if you can get the 4-piece bonus to work, you get all the benefits of Gladiator and Bloodstained set, plus an extra 25% more physical damage. The most important thing is to find out if the new stack refreshes the 7 seconds or not. If it does not refresh the duration, that means we will only keep that 4-piece bonus for a couple seconds. So for this test case, my base attack is 1876. I hit an enemy with my elemental skill, and then I wait a little under 7 seconds. You see my attack has that 9% bonus. This means the 7 second duration is correct. Since the 7 seconds is already passed, if I hit another enemy with the elemental skill, I will not get the 2 stack, I'll just get a 1 stack again. Now I will hit the enemy twice with the elemental skill under 7 seconds to gain 2 stacks, and then I will wait about 6 seconds to see if the buff falls off or not. Here we can see my attack damage is a little bit higher than before, and I have the extra 25% physical damage bonus. This means getting a new stack does refresh the entire duration for 7 more seconds. This is super important for physical DPS that has elemental skill cooldown of 6 seconds. This means as long as you keep spamming your E on cooldown, you can keep that buff. Now let's look at Razor's stats with all 3 artifact sets. First off is the Pale Flame. I have a bonus attack of 1050 damage, a crit rate of 49%, and a crit damage of 72%. We do not have to worry about elemental mastery because I will not be doing any elemental reactions. I will also not use his burst, so energy recharge doesn't matter. He has a 55% physical bonus damage, which includes the 2-piece 25% from the set. Now let's look at my hybrid Gladiator Bloodstained set. My attack is almost the same as the Pale Flame set. My crit damage is exactly the same, but my crit rate is a little lower. This is because I have not equipped my second Gladiator piece. I want to make sure my base attack is very close to the Pale Flame set before I get that 18% bonus from 2-piece Gladiator. Now I will equip my last Gladiator piece to get that 18% attack. If I go back to my attributes, my crit rate ends up being very close to the Pale Flame set. The attack bonus has increased to 1202, but that's because of that 2-piece Gladiator. Now for the final set, 4-piece Gladiator. If I include the 18% attack from the 2-piece, my bonus attack should be plus 1202. Right now the attack is a little lower, but my crit rate is a little bit higher, so it balances out for the most part. Also, my physical bonus damage is only at 30%. This is because I'm not getting that extra 25% from 2-piece Pale Flame or Bloodstained. So now all 3 Razors have very similar stats before adding in the set bonuses. We can finally begin the test. I'm fighting a Lava Churro to make sure my Razor does not cause any elemental reactions. He is also very easy to dodge, so I can keep on attacking for most of the time. My attack pattern will be best suited for their respective artifacts. For Pale Flame, I will have to use elemental skill on cooldown to keep that 4-piece bonus. While for the other 2 sets, I can be more relaxed on my elemental skill and use it when it's comfortable. That is the main drawback of the Pale Flame set. You have to keep hitting enemies with the elemental skill. Surprisingly, all 3 sets does about the same damage. I did this several more times with each set to make sure I was not getting lucky on the crits. They still end up being about the same kill time. This means it doesn't really matter which set you pick. Use the one that you have the best stats for. The substats will be more important than the 4-piece bonus for most physical DPS. There is one caveat that I want to point out. I was not using the physical goblet for any of these test cases to keep the same stats. However, since 4-piece Gladiator does not give extra physical damage, equipping a physical damage goblet will help the Gladiator set more than the other two sets due to diminishing returns. So in this case, 4-piece Gladiator will be better than the other sets by a slight margin, but it is expensive to farm for. If your physical carry utilizes elemental skills or elemental burst to do more damage, such as Eula, then 4-piece Gladiator will not be as good because her elemental burst does not count as normal or charge attack. But in the end, they all behave very similar. Unless you are trying to min-max everything, it doesn't matter which set you use. Just equip the set with the best substat for your character. This is my quick artifact comparison. Thank you for watching and have fun out there, traveler.